Johnson here. Today we're going with an unguided bombing tutorial on the A-10C and C2. Let's get started. Alright, let's go over what it can carry. You can put bombs on all 11 pylons. Anything with a BDU on it's going to be a practice bomb. We're not going to bother with those. The BRU-42, that is a triple ejection rack. You can put up to 3 bombs on that rack. We're going to concentrate on the MK-82 500-pound general purpose bomb and the MK-82 air balloon high drag 500-pound bomb. Can also carry the CBU-87. It's got 200 plus fragmentation bomblets, good for infantry and soft skin vehicles. And the CBU-97 cluster bomb, it releases 10 dispensers, each with 4 puck-shaped submunitions called skeet. They float down on a small parachute and fire an IR sensor looking for heat signatures. Once they find one, it fires a laser at it and gets an accurate distance. 3 small rockets will kick in, shooting it towards the target. And then it shoots a molten copper projectile at the top of the vehicle. Absolutely deadly. You can take out a whole convoy with these. And finally, you got the MK-84 2,000-pound general purpose bomb. Alright, so this will be the loadout for today. The teapot, of course. We're going to take 6 of the MK-82 air balloon high drag bombs. We'll do a CCIP ripple drop with those. We're going to take 2 of the CBU-97s and 1 MK-84 2,000-pound bomb. Alright, the controls we'll be using today. You got your weapon release button, press or press and hold. To make your display soy, you got your coolie switch left, right, and up. To cycle through your weapons profile, you got DMS left and right. And your master mode control button. And to slew the T-pod, you've got your axis commands, slew horizontal and vertical. Alright, let's fix up our DSMS page. Anytime you change out your weapons, you'll have to do this. Press and hold the comms button down on the bottom to get to this page. Press the load button. Press comms again. Notice it has changed to load. Press that, and then load all. You'll notice the white dots have disappeared. That means it's uploading the weapon information. As soon as they return, you should be good to set the profiles on them. And there you go. Okay, back to the main page. As you can see, they are ready for profile setup using drop method, CCIP, CCRP, single pair ripple, that kind of stuff. Press the profile button. Cycle through your weapons with these 2 buttons on the left. We're going to start with the MK-82 air balloon high drag bomb. Press the view profile button. On the right hand side, we've got a single bomb drop, a pair bomb drop, ripple single or ripple pair. We're going to be going with the ripple single. Fusing, you've got nose, tail. We're going with nose tail. Ripple quantity, we've got 6, so you want to come up to your UFC number pad, hit the 6, and then back down to ripple quantity. Bomb interval spacing, we're going to go with 300, so again, up to the UFC, 300. And we're going to keep it in the CCIP bomb method. Now, if you ever find that it won't accept your entry, like the quantity of 6 ripple and the interval of 300 feet, hit the clear button up on the UFC and try it again. Hit the save button. Move down to the next weapon. It's the CBU-97. View profile button. We're going to drop a pair. We're going to use the nose fuse. And we're going to go with CCRP for drop method. Don't forget to save. Move down to the next weapon, MK-84. View profile. We're going to keep it single. We're going to keep it nose tail. But we are going to go with the CCRP on this one. and hit the save button. Back to the main menu. Alright, let's make the HUD soy with coolie switch up. And you know it's soy when this little asterisk here is on the screen. It defaults in the navigation mode, so if you hit your master mode button, you can cycle through the different modes. We want CCIP. DMS left or right to cycle through the weapon profiles you just created. We want the MK82 air balloon. Now you don't have to, but let's fire up the T-pod and take a closer look what's going on up there. Air to ground. Coolie switch right long to make the screen soy. I'm going to go with white hot. We're looking for a road convoy, so the engines will be hot. And there they are. I'm going to get a point track on this guy so we don't lose him. Let's take a look at this thing. That's a pretty long convoy. I'm thinking we need to adjust our bomb drop interval from like 300 to 400 or 500. Alright, let's get that done. The profile button. Move down to the MK82. View profile. Want your UFC number pad. Let's go with 500. Press the interval button. And hit save. Back to the main menu. Now, because we're using the T-pod, we've got a nice steer point up ahead. Again, you don't have to use it, it's just nice to have a more accurate spot to drop the bomb on. Now we're going to want to come in at around 4,000 to 5,000 feet for altitude. We're going to dive bomb down at him at, let's see, anywhere from 10 to 45 degrees. I prefer 15 to 20. Alright, let's make the heads up display soy with coolie switch up short. Select our weapon with DMS left. There we go. Alright, let's start our approach. Keep the bomb drop line on target. At around 4,000 feet altitude, we'll start our dive. We're waiting for a solid bomb drop line and the pipper to appear on the screen. Alright, we're at 5,000 feet. Start down. Waiting for a solid bomb cue line. There it is. There's our pipper. On target. Press and hold weapon release. Not too bad. Off to steer point 2. Alright, we're at steer point 2. Got a little campsite on an island out there. We're going to use the MK84 2,000 pound bomb on them. Let's double check our weapon settings. Hit the profile button. Scroll down to the MK84. View profile. We're going single drop, nose tail, and we're using CCRP. Looks good. And again, we'll use the T-pod to get a target track or speed. And about there looks good. TMS forward long to get your speed. Make the HUD soy with coolie switch up. Select your weapon with DMS left or right. We're on the Mark 84. We've got a good CCRP steer line, bomb drop line, line those up the best you can. Okay, at this point, we're waiting on the bomb drop queue to appear and start moving down the CCRP steering line. And there it is. Press and hold weapon release.
And pull up, pull up.
Off to steer point 3. Alright, we're at steer point 3. Let's double check our weapons. Profile button. Move down to the CBU 97. View profile. We're dropping a pair. Nose fuse. CCRP. Looks good. And we'll use the teapot again to get a speed. TMS forward long. And there we go. Make the heads-up display SOI with the coolie switch up. Select your weapon with DMS left or right. Level out. Follow the CCRP steering line, the bomb drop line, the best that you can. Now we're waiting on the bombing queue to start moving down the CCRP steering line. And there it is. Press and hold weapon release. Like and subscribe. Hope to see you on the game server. Johnson out.